The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. So as I said at the end of the last stream, I was going to do some homework stuff, and I did some of it. If I take a look at these two chests, throw those arrows up there so I can empty my hand. These two chests are the amount of things that I have gotten from the bony soil. Now, this is an actual new item that I've gotten. I replaced... No, it's not a new item. I just don't have enough room down here. What can I move up here? Let's put the gold necklaces. Now, in the last stream, it was recommended to me by one of our viewers that I should put on a gold necklace, and I did switch it out for this copper torque. I got another necklace today, so I took it off and I added it in the chest, and then I got a third one. This is how many we've gotten from the bony soil itself. I have gone through 3 full stacks and about 10 pieces. Was it 4 stacks? It may have been 4 full stacks and then 28. But either way, however many stacks I had, I'm now down to 14. I've done it so many times that it is now almost the end of March. And the icon has changed to say that we are in spring. It's going to bother me if I don't finish this. So I'm going to do just this one thing. I wouldn't even call it a block, but it's probably just 4 different attempts. This is what I've been doing while I was editing. Just sitting here, pressing the button, pressing right click twice. You don't have to hold down right click. I found that out after doing like the first 32 that I didn't have to hold down to shake the soil. So you right click to put it in the pan, you can right click again while at an angle over the water. So it looks like you're dipping it in. And that will give you an item. Put that bone up there. I also got a lot of flax fiber, so this is a good way to get flax fibers if you can't get it any other time. Or any other way, I mean. I'm gonna keep... No, I'm not gonna keep these on me. We'll put these in here. I also did just notice that I got another tuning cylinder, so that's... I think it's music? But it says an audio recording, so it makes me kind of think like it's going to play a lore message being a recording. I don't know. I've never used them before. I know we had them in Wellbred server, but I never used one there. There were 3 different things that I was supposed to be doing. One of them was doing all the bony soil, and that just takes a very long time. It takes about 1 minute to do an entire block, and we estimated that it would take me about 3.5 hours, but I have not been doing it 3.5 hours straight. So that did not happen all yesterday. The other thing was to move this building up one. We might do that in today's stream, just because it wouldn't take too long, and because I haven't been able to do it off stream. One of the things that I was going to do for the stream, since we're doing 3 different parts, that I was going to do, one thing being like spending a whole 3.5 hours cutting down trees, or maybe doing fire pit for charcoal. We might still do that, actually. I think we will do that. We'll go over to the redwood forest because the redwood trees give us the most firewood when we chop down the blocks or the logs. I think we'll do that. I'm not too sure. I'm still thinking about it. But the other thing I was going to do, and actually did do, was a bunch of leather. So I don't know where I put down another thing of leather. I did. Oh, they're done. Just for some reason, it doesn't show you that there's stuff in it. So what I did in these two barrels here is one bear hide. Unfortunately, you cannot mix bear hides of different colored bears. This has to be a stack of all black bear hides in order for you to put more than, you know, for this example, more than one in. I can't stack them. Even in the barrel, I can't stack them. But once we scrape them and turn them into scraped hides, then they do stack. I've also eaten a lot of pies doing all this boiling of soil. I don't remember how many pies we were into at the end of the last stream, but I know I've gone through these two pies, and the two slices that are in my hand are for this pie here. So we've gone through almost 3 pies doing all the boiling soil. And while I was doing that, the only part that I got through with the hides is making them into scraped hides. So I used all of the lime water, but we have not done anything here. I am going to be making more weak tannin in order for us to complete all of these hides. It's going to take a very long time. We're going to do it from the largest amount downwards into the smaller amounts, and from this point forward, they shouldn't be able to expire and turn into rot. But before we do that, welcome in Slicky. Slicky has rolled a 7, which is, I think, another merchandise mug. And now we are going to take all of the large hides and the medium hides, because I feel like that is as much as I can do in the barrels that we have now of weak tannin. So I'm pretty sure it's 10 liters per large hide, because that's how much it was for the lime water. It was 10 per hide. It is still 10. So that's 80. I can't do 80. I can do 5. So that's 5. We'll have to do 30 in one, another full barrel. And then what about large? Large is 6, so that's 12. So full barrel, 30 liters and another 12. That's almost 30, but I think it'd be easier to just take out 20 from a barrel and put it in that one. I also did have to make this barrel here just so that I could do those odd measurements. And I think we're gonna have to do that for the weak tannin, because we have more, we right now have more weak tannin than we have barrels to use it in. Even if I don't have enough weak tannin for all the hides that we have in the vessel, but if I try to fill in all of these barrels, we're gonna end up taking out weak tannin and putting into a different thing. So anyway, before I get too distracted, we need 30 in here, so we just put 2 liters back. And then we have already run into the issue of not having enough barrels. So I need to take out... Oh, I need to only leave 12 liters in that one. So let's use this barrel. That's 18. And then we have to put back 4. Alright, so in here goes 3. And here goes a full 5. And here goes a full 5. And in here only goes 2. It's going to be the same ratio for the strong tannin. Let's see how much we can do in the last 2 barrels. It's obviously going to be the medium hides. But can I... Oh, I can't. Because like, can I do this in a full barrel? But this goes up to 48 liters, or 11. So that's 2 barrels right there, and I don't know how much further after those 2 barrels can I go. So we'll do that. We'll take this stack as well. And I need to take out just 2. So if I do 2, throw that back. Those are 48. I didn't mean to pick that up. I meant to open it. So 11 in there. 11 in here. And then this has 40 liters in it. So I can do 10 hides. Okay, that's not too bad. Because we have the same amount of strong tannin that we had weak tannin. So if I prepare enough weak tannin for the rest of the hides, I can then know how much we need for the strong tannin. That's not too bad. If I put that in there, and this is probably going to be a smaller amount than 4. Let's use a calculator. We'll do the math on this. So we have 23 medium hides. They take 4 liters. That's 902. No, not 900. That's 92 liters. So that's a barrel and 42. Small hides. Can we turn it to parchment? Hide glue? Oh, that's cool. I never got into glue. For those that don't know, we set up our seed and our game so that ruined items in ruins do not get destroyed if I try to mine them, and I can pick them up and I can move them. If we had left it to the point where if we tried to mine them to just pick them up and they just got destroyed, we would need to use glue to repair part of it until the point where we can pick it up. So this type of glue repairs a ruined item in a ruin by 33%, and I'm guessing this specific glue is part of the mod. So there are different types of glue. I don't know if every glue only repairs 33% each use. But going off of this, I'm guessing that we would have to use 3 pieces of glue. Don't know, never use glue. Don't plan on using glue. But then we can also turn this into parchment, which is an ingredient to make a glider schematic if you're in like a multiplayer game, I guess. You make a brown book. And that's used for other decoration stuff. That's pretty cool. And then we can label our age crates with paper. We can make a sieve. Is this part of a mod? I've never seen a sieve before in this game. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff in this game that I have not seen yet. But anyway, well, I didn't mean to go that far back. We want to know how much... Okay, so 2 liters. So we just need to add 14 to this. So we need 106 liters of weak tannin. Which is going to have to be 3 barrels, and then we take out what we don't use. Which is also going to have to be strong tannin as well. So if I do this, just because I didn't want to try and reach that far from the actual source block. And then That's empty. That's empty now. So later on, I'll do the math. We pretty much just need to take out 44 liters once this is all done. And that will leave us 6 liters in the barrel later on. Or actually, because of how these are separated, I need 14 in the last barrel. Either way, we're gonna have to do some moving around of liquids in order for us to be able to use all the barrels. And now I just need to... Is it 6 barrels? Yes, 6 barrels. So that's 30 wood. I don't have enough oak right now to do this, so this is 3. And then we have 2. I just need 2 more pieces of wood. Let's go grab some oak from our main house. Today is also the 12th of March in-game, which means that tomorrow in-game is the first day of spring. That's the amount we need. We are going to grab 3 more stacks. And you know what? I'm going to make this an exact amount for barrels. Barrels can only take 5 per barrel. So if we make sure that everything's dividable by 5, then we know we won't have to go back into the main house again for an odd amount. Throw all that back up there, and I'm going to sort that over here. We need to go, I guess, like that. Okay, I'm doing stuff wrong here, but that's what I was trying to do. Separate them all. And the last one, which I couldn't see before moving. So in 24 hours, we can start the rest of the hides in these. We also need to turn 3 barrels into strong tannin. So I'm going to separate one of these to get them prepared. So that's what we're going to need for a strong tannin. And this bucket can go back on the ground. We also do not have any barrels left for lime water. But then again, we just used all of our hides, so we don't need lime water. We are going to get a lot of leather once all of this goes up into these barrels. That's going to be in 3 days. I'm also going to have to move around strong tannin later on. So, what are we going to do for today's stream? We're 100% going to connect in the blacksmith. That is one of the tasks we have to do today. So it's going to take a lot more of hunting. We still do not know how this is all going to connect in up above. This room, or this building itself, is definitely too small for a 4 helve setup, so helve hammer. So I'm pretty sure the helve hammer is 3 blocks long, because it has the actual mechanical part in 1 block. Then it has the helve hammer arm, which is the actual part that slams down on the anvil. And I'm pretty sure the anvil is always 2 blocks away from the mechanical part. So that's 3 blocks. Now, luckily, we can have the helve hammers set up in all 4 cardinal directions of the anvil. And even though the animation of the hammer heads are going to be smacking each other, they can be placed to where the heads are all overlaying this 1 block. So, in that respect, depending on how the power connects into the actual mechanical part, which we can actually go test out, the wall of the building would be in the way if the power does not go into the side of the Hellhammer. Pretty sure I need this block for power. Okay, they do go on the side. That's somewhat helpful. So if, you know, let's test out the Hellhammer right here. We do need to make 3 more of these. That's going to take even more fat, and I want to place it like this. And I'm pretty sure I placed this in the front. And then this? Oh, I just placed it backwards. Oh, but that... Okay, I was right about the Hellhammer head is 2 blocks away from the wooden toggle, which is the mechanical part. What I didn't know about is this. So we do have a building that is 2 blocks too skinny. Alright, let's place this back in here. So if I do this in the right order, it gets set up just like that. We also need to make the caps for the pulverizer, but I haven't done any research in that, so I don't know if that's going to be any better. Or, if the caps of the pulverizer being different metals, if that actually matters. Another thing I want to check on, because at the end of the last stream, we ended at, I think, the 7th of March after feeding our animals. I want to know if our animals have given birth. Oh, I do hear some chicks, so the eggs have hatched. That should be generation 3 of our chicks, which means that the cleaver can one-shot kill all of the chicks from that point. I'm guessing that means any cleaver, meaning the weakest one at copper can kill them in 1 hit. So that would be the only reason why they would. None of these pigs are trying to attack me, which means that they haven't given birth, but they could be pregnant, if we're lucky. So, oh, I thought they were trying to attack me. Okay, so, one sow is pregnant. It says generation 1. Is that where we're at? Are we only in generation 1? We are. I also think that the pigs need to have 10 portions of food eaten. That's the board. Okay. So we're going to have some pigs. But all of the sows are not yet ready. I also want to spend some time in like the farming area, fixing up this area. I think the first thing I'm going to do is cut this back, and if this is not red clay like I think it is, we'll place the dirt in over here and try to make this more filled in. And that looks like it's not the right height right here. We might have to go back over to here, which is where we were digging out dirt in one of the earlier streams. And this still bothers me not knowing what that is. Alright, let's do some work. I said the stuff that's over here. That does say red clay and soil. How much of this is red clay? Most of this is red clay. That is quite unfortunate for me. Okay, medium fertility there. So the red clay stops here. It's hard to tell since it all looks the same until you break the snow. That's grass. Grass. Clay. Grass. Clay. Grass. 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 I'm guessing wherever there... No, grass is on clay. Never mind. Can I get the snow off of this? I guess not. So it looks like this is the line of clay here. That's not too much clay. Compared to how much dirt is right here. Another thing we could do is flatten out the dirt here as well. The animation of snow hitting that made it look like animals were getting out. Okay, let's, for one, take this back like I said I was going to. First up would be this layer here. We're gonna at least make this a straight line. And we do have our shears, so we can cut down the leaves a lot quicker than we did in previous times. This will give us a lot of sticks. Apparently it gave us a vine. I didn't even notice that we picked up a vine. Okay, and then this. Apparently there's 2 layers of medium fertility soil here. I prefer having everything medium fertility. Now, what am I going to do with all of the red clay? I think we need to start using our clay to make fire clay instead of going to the cave to mine it all. On the other hand, I do want to pick up more coal from that area. So we might want to go back and spend some time mining out more coal. Oh, that's right, some of this clay is on more than one layer. Hopefully my inventory doesn't get too full of clay in doing all this. I do also want to spend some time did I pick up the seed? I did. I want to spend some time lighting up the cave underneath our town, because it sounds like the monsters are quite near the surface. Or very close near to it. I want to try and get it to the point where we can't hear them. Got a sapling from that. I am going to replace these saplings and stuff that I just picked up. Place that there. Apparently that automatically adds snow. We'll place that there, this here, and I guess one right there. And now let's dig up all this clay and replace it with dirt. That's clay, that's dirt. Clay. That's clay. Now this looks like the edge of the clay deposit, so I am going to dig up this, because it should only be 1 block deep. And since we have a lot, fill this all in with medium fertility. And the whole reason why I did this is because I want to expand the areas that our animals live in. So these pigs, I want to move them a little bit, kind of just further away from our field, and broaden out the area that they live in. I want to do the same thing with the longhorns so that we can get milk from them. And honestly, I just want to make the chicken coop a little bit bigger, because I feel like the chicken coop is kind of too small now. With how everything else is getting built up, this seems like a good thing to build for maybe just 3 chickens. And I'm trying to get a full 6 hens at the max generation, which isn't too much different, but I think we could make our own building that looks better. So anyway, I picked up all that dirt so that I could come over here and place it back down. And it does look like a portion of this is not at the right height. Yeah. The spot that I'm standing on, I want it to be 1 block higher. But I think building this up may be a thing that I do in the future and not right now. We do it when we need to increase it. But one of the reasons why I want to move the pigs is so that this path can be 1 block away from them. Right now, the path would be against it, and I also want to add the path in 1 block away from the farms, just like it is now, going this way. So this is actually on the path. I want it to be over 2 blocks this way, and 1 block in. Which wouldn't take too long to do right now. Moving it 1 block in would be the easier part. So all I have to do is break this. And add it back. Now they might be able to jump out if they're lucky. I'm gonna hopefully get close to this torch and be able to break it and pick it up. I was not able to pick it up. Oh, I did pick it up. Nice. Because I wanted to place it back down right next to where it was. Place that there. Then we can place that there. That's going to be the new corner. Then I'm going to do the same this direction, which is going to line up with that torch. I'm going to have to move that as well. This may not be the quickest way to do it. I'm hoping that it allows me to get this done without having to risk them escaping. Although they are getting in the way. Let's go to there, and then I'm going to come back over to here. We're going to have to move the troughs. I don't think they can climb on top of the trough. Can I break this and pick it up? I picked up the torch holder, that's good enough. I forgot to put the gate down. I don't remember where the gate was. I'm gonna guess it was right here. There we go. Just so that they can't escape this way. So I still need to go like that. Now we just need to wait for this pig to leave. If it could do that quickly, that would be very nice. It can walk around that torch holder, that's not going to be in the way of it. Come on, just a little bit more. There we go. And then all of these fences, except for one, is going to be used to expand that way. Did I pick up the torch? There we go, it somehow only just now got it. So we go to here, and then... Ooh. Didn't think that through. Think I only need 3? We'll grab 4 just in case. Oh, I only needed 2. Okay. And once I chop all these down... Unless I miscounted, I have to go another block. This should be all. Did I expand that? I did not expand this way. Okay. Pick up all of these as well. Hopefully not hit a pig in the head. I almost did. I missed a couple. The only reason why it's 2 block tall is because occasionally animals can escape from this. With the snow being 1 block or a little bit up, they can actually go on top of the fences. We need to move these just a little bit further out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want those there, and I want this to be moved over 1. That was not placed correctly. So what I'm trying to do is keep the defense door in the middle, and... Oh, that's right, this would have to have been moved over 1. Okay, that works for me. And this means we could dig up the dirt here and have this ready for us for when we expand. Because this is all going to be the path block. I need to go to here. And I'm going to leave a spot open for expanding this way, just like I did near the blacksmith. Which is another thing I want to dig out. That's ready. If we go... Oh, the bees are another thing I want to move over. I want to expand this way. To the point where the path that's going from the tunnel comes all the way over to here and lines up with this. It's probably not going to line up with the farms. Yeah, we can't get past the farms. So that's one of them. And then the expansion area right there. Decide on place anything in that area. I doubt I have enough paths for this. We could go to the closest ruin that has a lot of paths. Should I continue just going diagonally just because it would look a little bit better? I think I will. That would be this block, this block. Means I just need to do these 3. Right? Or did I miscount? No, I have to do this as well. Right? Oh, no, I was right the first time. There we go. That's gonna be there. This I'm gonna keep. You know, I'm gonna take 32 out of that. Please. You in there. Put away all the mean infertility. Maybe we put clay in a crate. I might have enough stone paths to do a majority of this, but I doubt I have enough to do all of it. Oh. So I doubt this is enough to get all the way to the cows, or the pigs. Also, I don't remember if I pointed this out in one of the previous streams, but I did just learn recently through videos on YouTube that normally during the winter you do take damage. So that wasn't a fever dream that I was remembering incorrectly. I do remember us getting damaged in Wellbred server when it was too cold out. So right now I am shivering. My body temperature at the bottom left of the screen is -6 degrees. We would normally be taking damage just because we're too cold, and that's why you would have to make the fur coats, which we are getting prepared even though we're in spring and it's technically getting warmer. We do have that ready for us. Okay, put all of this back in there. Let's take a catalog of all the things we need to finish up the basement here. So, 2 axles, 3, 4, 5 axles, 6, 7, 8 axles. I'm going to get a notepad open and write that down. Eight axles. And then small gears, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's do this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's going to be a large gear here, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, because that's going to go straight up. So 13 gears. 1 large gear, which is going to take a lot. And now let's go into a place that is warm and do the math on all the fat we're going to need. Should probably also write down how much resin everything's going to need, because we might have to do a resin run for the amount of things that we're creating. So I only have 22. I doubt that's going to be enough for everything. Did we shut the door? We did. If I start burning something, we might warm up faster. We're already at negative 4.4. We're fine. Okay. Axles. That's nice, axles. It is only fat, and we divide it by 2. So we need 4 fat for that. Gears are a different story. Angled gears require 1 resin, 1 fat per gear. Unless we get the mechanics blueprint, which I'm going to, right now, foreshadow that we're going to find that after we're done making power. That's probably my luck. So that is 13 fat and 13 resin. I spell resin right? I think it's R-E-S-I-N. It is. And then the large gear. It's down below, large gear section. We need 4 of these. It is 2 resin each. Why would we want to do fat instead of resin? Resin's not that hard to come by. It does take time. Maybe fat is more accessible because you can farm fat. And I think the getting resin from the spiles, I think this is a mod. It is a mod, it's from Culinary Artillery. So you can't actually get resin from vanilla without going up to the tree barks that has resin coming out of it. Okay, anyway. Large gear section is 2 pieces per section. We need 4 of them, so that's 8 resin with just getting those 4 pieces. What does this take? This takes 1 axle. So we actually need 9 axles, which is going to have to be 5 fat because we can't make an odd amount of axles. It has to be 10 axles total. We have 1 extra later on. So that is 13 plus 8 resin, which is more than 22. No, it isn't. It's 21. We have enough resin. What we don't have is 18 pieces of fat. So let's go hunting until we have 18 pieces. Hopefully at that point, our pigs give birth. And we can kill the pigs. Get some fat from that. That'd be a lot easier. I'm gonna put this right there. I also would like the vines that we place down to grow, because I think that would look a little bit better. If I take that off and pick it up, can I place that right here? See, now that doesn't look as nicely as they usually do, because if you see a vine hang from a tree, the bottom vine is more curved. These are kind of identical. Like, those are exactly the same. So are these. So I don't know. I want something more decorative. What do we need before we leave? I can hold on to the 6. The clay I kind of want to get rid of, but this chest is full. And I think the crates are in here. I don't want to use that crate. That has a thing on it. I don't want to use these. Let's grab 2. Let's do one for blue clay, another one for red clay. It'll fill in the same space here. Why did that get damaged? It's odd. So if I do that, and then we grab that, I should be able to just hold. That should be getting rid of everything in my pocket. Oh, we have so much blue clay. Okay, we have a double chest of blue clay, which needs 2 crates, so we'll add 2 crates here. Didn't mean to pick that up, but okay. That's not what I meant to do either. You know what? Until we have a full chest of red clay, we might as well not put it there, and then we still have the window open. Okay, that's all of that. We can put this chest here, because I did remove a chest from here for the bony soil. I needed a second chest upstairs. When we last streamed, I only had 1 chest. Do I go through the rest of the bony soil with you guys? I mean, it's 14. That'd be 14 minutes of us just sitting here doing that. Minimum. I don't think I will. I think we could do like 1 or 2 pieces every stream or something until we get that done. What I'm thinking about doing before we go hunting for fat, which we could do at the same time actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is go all the way down here using our translocator. And right here is the next closest ruin that has a lot of path blocks. This is that spiral staircase area. That one is fully underwater, so it's a little bit of a difficult one to get to. And I'm trying to look for another one on our way from here. We also haven't found the way out of this area yet. That's a translocator in a deep portion of the map. Alright, we are going to go to the translocator and go all the way over to that ruin specifically. We need this in our offhand. We also need to grab another pie, because we're probably going to use that much meat, or that much food. Grab a pie, place it down, and cut it. It should stack with our other piece of food, but it did not. I think it's just because of the freshness. No, I go like that and then combine. No, I cannot. Okay, so they No, they're both meat pies. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll put the rest of the pies up there. How are these done? They only have 10 more hours. So by the time that we come back, we should have them done. We do have a death marker showing us where a bear was. I don't think the bear is still going to be there when we get back. Why is there a pink tree here? Walnut, okay. Alright. We should probably have our armor down here so we can throw it on. For a little bit of damage cushion. Why is there snow in the sky? Let's grab snowballs. Oh, that made it fall. Neat. And we can throw snowballs at people. If we had added stones to it, we could hurt people with it. And it is just now becoming night, so things are going to be harder to see as we get over to the ruin. So that's another walnut tree. There's two. I thought there was only one. That's not the walnut tree. That's the walnut tree. This another one? No, that's a birch tree. Neat. There it is. This takes us down to the translocator. I do want to see if we missed anything out here. I do also kind of want to take out the markers here. So that's an andesite marker. If I move it to here. Andesite. No, it's andesite. Andesite marker. Let's make this like a cyan. So from a distance, it shouldn't be directly on top of the translocator icon. And that is there because of the copper that's up here. There it is. So let's mine out all the copper that's out in this area, and then we'll just fill in a hole or something. I do want to have more metals on us. This copper might be a large amount. Maybe not. I do think that this wall looks a little weird with it being flat. Apparently, it's normal. Usually, ores spawn in a circular shape. So if you find like a wall that's just a flat line, usually if you go down one or up one, you'll find more like that. Okay, so it looks like this is the edge of the circle, and the rest goes this way. How much is going to be in here? That's the question. It does say quality rich, so these are actually going to give us a lot of copper from them. Don't know how much copper, but with us getting our blacksmith up and running, hopefully, we can make a lot of ingots and just have ingots laying around. I kind of want to have multiple ingots that we can either chisel down into the bits later on to use for something else. I want just a stack of ingots laying around. Because you can pile ingots, and that's something I only recently learned. Again, from a YouTube video. Usually, ore nodes are not more than 1 layer or 2 layers tall. Like, I'm not gonna look up further. The only time that they're really oddly shaped vertically is if you're mining on the side of a hill. It will conform with the hill. So if, like, for example, there was copper 3 blocks below the surface, and it's on a hill, every time the hill goes up or down, the copper's still going to stay 3 blocks below the highest point. So it will just join with the stone. Alright, that's all up here. This side might have a chance of it going down, because that wouldn't be too odd. Is all of this still rich? It is still all rich. I find this odd. This is also a very large amount. Like, we have almost 3 stacks. And there's another node as we go further up. Okay, I'm gonna consider this all of it. You know what? We're trying to get a oh, I don't have the prospecting pick on us. Never mind. Can I eat this? I need 8 squares. Okay, we have to go down to 800 before I can eat this. Or do I? What's the full saturation of this again? 380 plus 180 plus 150 is 710. Is that the difference in my food? 710 plus 828. Okay, we have to go down 38. We have to go below 800. So it'd be like 790 is when we can eat this full pie slice. Alright, what I'm going to do here is... You know, we don't have to keep our armor off if it's the Gambeson. Because it doesn't slow us down. If I look at the walking speed there... Actually, it does, but only by 2%, which is arguably negligible. That's the same as holding 1 animal in our butchering bag. But anyway, I want to place this here. That there. I'm going to jump in the water. Go like that. There should be another copper piece in here. I remember there being 2 as we go up. It appears that there is not. Is there really only 1 thing of copper here? Huh. I could have sworn that there was 2 things of copper on the edge. Okay, well, we got all the copper. Not bad. That is a lot. And if I just move stuff around so that the stuff that is considered useless is at the bottom. Let's get on out of here. Actually, can I do this while I'm moving? I want the translocator. I don't want the copper node. Get rid of that. And that should be part of our staircase. Alright, let's head over to the ruin. And then after we get all the stuff in the ruin, which is probably going to take all night, we'll go into the Savanna and hunt some of the hyenas for fat. Did we know there was goats over here? I think we might have. Goats run away quite fast. Speaking of animals, longhorns I found out recently are sheep, not goats. So when I was saying we were getting milk from goats earlier, there is an actual goat animal, and the longhorns are considered sheep. And there is something that we can look at to actually tell what each animal is grouped as in here. And I never knew that. So when you see that overlay, it actually does tell you that they are sheep and not goats. And I just didn't know. I'm also thinking about getting rid of the mod that makes the grass look like this. Normal grass is usually like Minecraft where it's only half grass and the other half is dirt. And I think that would allow us to see high fertility soil a little bit easier. Because that is the second best, which were spelt. High fertility soil is the second best farming medium. I'll leave those. The best is Terra Preta, which is actually a name of a mod, and I think we're using that mod. I just don't remember what it does. I think it's called Terra Pretty, and not Terra Preta, the mod. It does look like it's hotter over here. Like, I'm not seeing as much snow. I'm also having a hard time just casually getting to the water. I can hear it, and I can see it on the minimap. Can I jump in that? Yes, I can. Hello, ice. Alright. So we're going to spend a little bit of time. Actually, it does look like we hit spring over here. So this is more south. It's going to be a warmer climate area than our home area. So it's kind of expected that it wouldn't be snowy over here. Our home area is probably going to be in snow for quite a while. Because this is the default area. We should be able to eat that that pie. There we go. I was off by 1 hunger block. Well, that's another thing I'm gonna need. I should have this here. We're going to stab the animals twice with the spear, and then hit it with the fox blade. With us having a bronze fox blade, it seems like we need to hit it 4 times for the normal animals. So stuff like not pigs, stuff like wolves. Take 4 hits out of our tin bronze fox blade, and the third hit brings it close enough that the animal will try to escape while we're still trying to kill it. I'm gonna guess that the iron sword or the iron blade, whatever it may be, would kill the animals in just 3 hits and not leave that 4th hit sliver. But I don't know yet. We're only gonna find out after this fox blade gets destroyed. We're going a little bit too far west. Right to north. That is a little better. Oh, the ruin's not the one that we're heading to. Do I still have items here? I wouldn't still have items there. We're gonna have to check that to see if there's any items outside. I don't see anything there. But we are heading to this ruin, which is pretty much where the trader is. It shouldn't be too much further away. I can also just barely see that the ocean is changing color. I don't know if you guys can see it. I did find out when editing the video, the last time I spoke about the ocean color, that you can actually tell that the ocean has two different colors. So right here I can see a staircase of a seasonal color change in the water. This right here, this noticeable color change, is the difference in the ocean floor. And this is other changes in color due to seasonal stuff here. But we should start seeing our bubble of influence changing the color of this area. I just saw that island change. So this should change right about now. Which means that... okay, we're right to here. We're getting there. We might see that some of this ice disappears as we get closer to it. I don't know if ice disappears right away or if it has to take time to melt. But we're getting there. I don't think we're close enough to see it in the minimap yet. Let's see. Okay, we got the island to our right. That's on the minimap. And right about now, we should have this on the minimap. There we go. I can see the trader behind it. So in here is a bunch of water, but also a bunch of path blocks. And a drifter. Now where is... oh, it's right there. I didn't realize the rift was right next to us. And I got a temporal... here. Don't know how I managed that, but okay. Oh, it must have been from the first drifter. So it looks like occasionally a Fox Blade will show us an item. Maybe if they have an item in them when we kill them, it just immediately drops it. We still have to check. Like that one, I didn't have to wait long with the knife. That's a burnt out torch. That looks like a grave. Okay, so unfortunately part of our dig here is going to be just uncovering the path blocks. From the floor. Why are we getting pulled in? There must have been a vessel right there that I broke recently. Or previously, not recently. I don't know how far out the path blocks go, but it looks like that's the furthest. I do have to keep an eye on my oxygen. And if I remember correctly, everything on this level is only one block deep, but every path block in this area is going to be to this level. So when we go up one level, they're then going to be 2 blocks deep, and then the third level makes it 3 blocks deep in water. So I'm going to get all of this muddy gravel out of here. Should probably go up for air while we fight this drifter. Right, that got us nothing. Why does that look different? Does the water not automatically go onto the path blocks? That's what it seems like. Anyway, we're almost done this level, then we'll dig it all out, or dig out all the path blocks, and then we'll work on the second level afterwards. It looks like the portal disappeared because I'm not hearing it, as well as also not seeing it. Alright. If I need to throw out stuff... I was looking at the ladders there. If I need to throw out stuff, I'll throw out the muddy gravel first. I also hear a wolf. I didn't realize that wolves could spawn in these. Oh, probably over there where the other type of forest is. Can I stand on this, please? That's all I'm trying to do. There we go. So there's probably wolves in that forest. And we're going to spend a lot of time in this area just chopping down all of these redwood trees. What I'm looking at right here, that's bald cypress, but behind it is the redwood tree. Alright, let's get to getting all these paths. These paths should last us for a while, so we shouldn't have to go to the third one of these ruins that we found. And that third ruin is still slightly in water, but not as drastically as this one is. Like, this one's pretty much Atlantis. But it's not taking too long to dig up all these paths. Some of them are going to be underneath blocks that I might have to mine later. I'm not really looking forward to doing that. It shouldn't take too long. Like right here. Those are semi-easy to get to. I also like the fact that the noises in the game are usually affected by your surroundings, so the noises here are muffled because we're under the water. I like that attention to detail. How far does that go? That goes... Oh, that's the second layer. Okay. As I was saying earlier, when we get to the higher layers, the path blocks are going to be the same depth. And that was the perfect example right there. We saw path blocks that were too deep. Apparently I didn't pick these up. And it's getting harder to swim. Get out of the influence. I want to go down to that. Give me the path block. Without swimming. There we go. That took a while. Alright, there's a cattail there. This is going to be 3 blocks deep, and it has bony soil underneath it if I remember correctly. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is take care of the cattail. Because we can both use them, and we can eat cattail roots if we cook it. We can also place it down. That is the seed. As it says, it can be planted again. Alright, so here, everything is, from the muddy gravel point, 3 blocks deep, but from the path blocks, it's only 2 blocks deep. And I probably should have brought a crate with me, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold all of the path blocks. Including the small amount of bony soil that we're going to find. Okay, that's the starting point. Get that. There we go. So we'll spend a couple more minutes on this. I don't think it's going to take us too long to get through it. It's not too difficult to cut out. The only parts that get difficult is when it's like 1 block. We have to either swim up or go back. Is this granite? I just noticed that this is the same stone as at home. It does look like we're starting to shiver. We might have been shivering this whole time, I don't know. And then this is when it goes underneath the stones. So I'm gonna mine out that and that just in case. I don't know how much of the stone is blocking the path blocks. Oh, no, no, let me in. Oh, can't breathe. Okay, that should be enough to get these 2 blocks. Or enough for us to get underneath. Come on, let me get there. It'll pull us in. Come on. Come on. I can do it. There we go. Alright. Now we are officially in the area that is 3 blocks deep. I'm gonna wait until we get full air. Then we'll go back down. How are we doing on storage? We are actually doing pretty fine. The last time we came in here, or came to one of these, we had an issue because of small inventory space, I guess. Let's do the rest 1 layer at a time, I think. Just so that we can uncover everything before we go and spend more time underwater. So there's the bony soil, because this is considered a graveyard. Swim away. There we go. Is this the reason why we have so much bony soil, maybe? Don't remember how much bony soil we got from the last ruin of these that we did. I don't think we got like an outrageous amount of bony soil, but this does look like a lot right here. And I don't remember if there was any items also. I don't think there were items. This is the point where our paths open up into this area, so I'm going to dig a little bit away from it so that the items don't flow away from us. But then I do want to go back to being 1 layer at a time. Okay, so the bony soil, for majority of it, just goes to the 1 corner. Come on, swim out of the bubble column. There we go. So we didn't do too bad with storage. We might be able to take on the second ruin of these, which is not too far away from us. Let's get some air. Maybe we can't. I mean, we could if we empty out the nonsense stuff. Stuff that's only important if we have enough inventory space. And I'm not going to worry too much on if I got every single piece. Obviously, if I see I'm forgetting to pick up something, I'll grab it. But we don't really need to take home every single thing if we accidentally leave it. So hopefully when I'm editing this video, I don't see that I'm leaving like 6 pieces of gravel on the ground or something. Not gravel, stone paths. Go down. Why am I stuck here? There we go. Oh. Now I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, let's do a quick check. Because we never know. Not seeing anything on the ground. It looks like we picked up everything. So if I just quickly head over to here, we can unmark this ruin because there's nothing left for us to take from that. And let's just head into the Savanna over here. I do want to do the math on how many redwood trees we would need to take down. I'm pretty sure I can't fit the amount of redwood logs that I need in order for us to get the amount of firewood I need. It looks like we got all of the items from here, and I'm gonna actually, well, for one, plant this cattail right here. But also remove this. I'll leave the pile there, because that at least looks somewhat natural. But the looming tower did not look natural. Alright, let's try taking on this hyena. Oh, that was easy. We don't have our bag. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, I forgot. We need to get rid of a layer here of stuff, so we can't actually go for the other ruin. We can go for the animals. I don't want muddy gravel. That can go there, that can go there. This can go down here. I need an empty hand, though. We don't need all the stone. We really don't need cattail, but I'll keep it for a little bit longer. And the seeds we do want. There we go, we get rid of these two. I actually need to move that there. So if I pick this up and switch it, we now only have one empty space. And a bunch of dirt on the ground. Alright, that wasn't too difficult. One hit of the fox blade and then throw the spear. Did that just make a Minecraft wolf noise? I swear it did. There's also some soybeans here. Now these, if I can get seeds from it, are relatively important for us to take home. Soybeans, not so much. You know what, let's get rid of the cattail. We don't need it. I do need one hand open so that I can pick up the animals. Which I'm not seeing a lot of out here. There's more soybeans over there. There's something laying down over there. Copper. Does anyone else think that this looks oddly circular? Because if I'm right, there could be meteoric iron underneath here. Meteoric iron is slightly stronger than regular iron. It is the next tier. It's more of a temporary tier. That's turnips. I don't care about turnips. And I really want it. Now oh, it was a little gazelle. I only just now noticed how many of these oak trees are 2 blocks wide. Or 2 blocks thick. We could have came here for oak. I think for future's sake, let's do this. We'll say 4 block oak. And I'm gonna change the color of that to this blue. Alright, let's go back to that circle. If I don't get distracted by more turnips. Not turnips. Soybeans. If we dig under here, we might find meteoric iron. I was right. Oh, that's cool. In a previous stream, we found the stone that usually comes from the impact. It's not impact stone. Like, it's not called that. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but usually there's a stone that's underneath the iron. And when we found that stone previously, we did not find anything else. There it is. I thought this was granite. The Suvite impact rock is a good way to know if you're near it, because that only forms around this. You can only mine meteoric iron with an iron pick. And when we break this, it gives us some iron bits. So we're gonna pick up all this. We might have to get rid of something in our inventory, and I think if we do, I will get rid of the sticks. I also think we can eat a piece of our pie. We'll do that after we finish mining all this out. I hope this gives us a bunch. I don't know what the conversion rate for the meteoric iron is into ingots. Welcome in, Raiders! Welcome in, Yelp. For those that don't know me, my name is CodedMan9000, and on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we stream a Twitch Playzone series called Stone to Space, where I am playing all of my games in a specific order to show mankind's progression through technology. We did a chapter on medieval games like Manor Lords and Settlement Survival. We did a chapter on modern city builder games like City Skylines 1 and 2. And now we're in a space travel series where our main game is actually not included, but right now we're playing Vintage Story, which is a Minecraft lookalike, as a dream from one of our duplicates from Auction Not Included, which I know is something that Yao plays often. And today we had just found a new tier item, which is Meteoric Iron. It is a little bit stronger than the current tools that we're using, which is regular iron. So anyway, Yalp and Raiders, feel free to lurk or sit here and watch. And we are doing a 12-hour stream today to celebrate our 100th episode of this specific chapter. It is not our 100th episode since we started our little storyline here. We're actually around the 178 episode, if we start from the beginning. Anyway, thank you, y'all, for raiding in. I tried moving over here to stay away from the hyenas so we wouldn't be attacked while I was talking, but then it walked over. So, do we need to get rid of something in our inventory? Actually, we have spelt grain, which we can get rid of. I can actually eat that first. Let's eat the spelt grain. That's better than just throwing it on the ground and wasting it. We at least get some food from that. The reason why I need to get rid of something is because I need an empty hand in order for us to pick up this hyena once we kill it. We're trying to get 5, because we have 5 slots open here. And I don't feel like I'm getting slowed down by carrying them. I am. But not a lot. So I need to hit it once, and then throw our spear at it, and that kills it. If I hit it, there we go. I'm getting better at the spear. There was a learning curve. And we have to wait a little bit longer for us to be able to eat our pie. We need to wait until our saturation, or satiation, gets below 800. I have about 1 extra block that I have to wait for us to finish up. There is a Glammeow in chat. I am going to try and catch that if I don't have it, because Glammeow is the closest Pokemon that looks like my tuxedo cat that passed away in August. Are there any animals that look like the 2 cats I have now? Probably Lipard would be the closest looking animal or Pokemon. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else that looks close to the cats that I have now. There we go. I think I can pick up 1 more. It also looks like the termite hills do not respawn. Although it does say 1,051 hours, so maybe it does after that amount of time? It's just a large amount of time. And what's all this? Spelt? Oh, it's flax! Do we pick up the flax? Do we need the flax? Flax is probably more important than spelt. That's regular grass. Is that quartz? It is. I am going to switch the... Oh, I forgot flax and flax fibers. We don't really need the grain. It could go like this. Just so that I could pick up the flax twine and the seed. Flax is used for a large amount of things in here, mainly for clothing, but also for any type of cloth-related thing. The flax fibers can be combined down multiple times. First one into flax twine, then that gets combined in a 4-block square like this into linen, and linen can be used for clothing and sails. I am curious to see if this tree is growing any fruit, because it does look like it has fruit on it. We weren't able to get any fruit on our first year. I'm also looking at plants far away. That looks like more reeds. And this does, in fact, have fruit on it. We also have more sunflowers. You're going to attack me until I hit you. Come on, get closer. Oh, you're going to keep attacking. Okay. Well... Oh, I missed. It's going to run away too far. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit it now. Oh, it didn't run too far. Look at that. It does make a Minecraft dog noise. Huh. I never noticed that until just now. We have also never tried hunting them until now. So these are pomegranates. It says tree is fruiting, so it's not ready yet. Wait, 48 days. That's 4 months in the game, right? Because we have 12-day months. Yeah, I'm right-clicking right now, and I can't pick the fruit from it yet, so they're definitely not ready. Okay, so plants in this game do change their, you know, growth time to match what your month time is. So we changed our months from being the default 9-day long to being 12 days long. And I'm looking at the ore that's down there. That looks like it's 2 different layers of quartz, which could have valuable things like gold and silver mixed in it, but we're not going to go into that. I do want to take a quick spelunking look. Nothing of value here. I should be able to eat this pie slice now. Here we go. If we don't wait until we can fit the entire pie slice, it will make this 2 different stacks, and I'm trying to avoid doing that. Now we have 5 hyenas here. I think it's time for us to either fill in our last item. That's a big tree. What is over there? This tree, maybe? I think it's just another one of these oak trees. Because if we look right here... Yeah, it's probably just an oak tree. I want sunflower seeds if I can grab any of these. Sunflower seeds are somewhat a grain. I think it's more of just seeds, like sunflower seeds that you eat. I'm not sure what the game would label them as, or what we should label them as. Okay, I also want these soybeans, because we can make soy sauce from the soybeans. There's also amaranth. That's another gazelle. Spell. Amaranth is a grain. I could get rid of the soybeans themselves, because we can't really do anything with them right away. We'll do that. Get rid of the soybeans. See, that's the grain from the amaranth. This is going to be useful because we are coming out of winter. Oh, look! Wisp! When we get close, they fly away. That's cool. I'm going to assume that all the fruit trees are going to be around that time. So what would 4 months from now be? It takes until August. That's a long time to wait. Alright, we're gonna run around this area and look for soybeans and such. Since we are full in our inventory, I think I will allow something to kill us just so we can teleport back home. Let's grab this flax. The more seeds we have, the more we can grow, and then we can have an overabundance of flax. Now that dirt pile looked a little odd, but that is a natural pile. Oh, that gazelle's running from the hyena. Do I have this trader? I do have the trader marked. I think this is more sunflowers. And that's flax right there. Is this even more flax? Yes, it is. I think the next thing, if we have to get rid of something, is I'll get rid of the flax fibers. Onions I don't really care about. The hyena moved away from the flax, which makes it a little bit easier for us to get it. And although I am going to allow something to kill us, I don't want to do it right away. That's a lot of monsters because there's a portal right there. What is... that's the vegetable, never mind. Oh, I should have been writing down what fruit were over there. Because I don't think the auto marker... oh, it does say it. Okay, there's a lot of pomegranates. Olives! Now, I know we still won't be able to pick from these, but olives can be used for olive oil. Is there a trader over here? No, that's just the sky. Okay. Hyena. Stay away from me. Those are oak. That's not olive. Mature flax mixed with amaranth. More amaranth. Oh, there's just a bunch over here. Okay. We'll just do this. Okay, where is this olive tree? Right here. Okay, it has really blue leaves. And I think it's not going to grow very far if these leaves are in the way. I'm going to try and break oak leaves away from it. I don't want to use the shears because I think the shears can take the leaves off the olive tree. Let's just bring the dirt down here. I can't see what I'm doing because there's so many leaves. Is it the leaf above me that's in my way? There we go, now I can actually see. I don't think I can stand on the leaves that are over here. Yep, we're getting shot by an arrow guy. Okay, that should be the top of the tree. Get rid of a little bit more leaves in an area around this. And then once we get rid of the dirt, that should be enough for if it is going to expand. It can. I don't think it will very much further than it is. I'm getting shot at again, so I'll just hide over here. Nope. Where are you? There you are. Don't know how you still hit me, but alright. Now you're dead. Okay, we got parsnips here. I'm not worried about parsnips. You are gonna have to be a different color. What would we say olives are colored as? Isn't olive a color? Olive is like a green. This green. I also want to make that end. So we're going to come back for this olive tree in the future. I want to wait until it gives us olives, and then we're going to chop some of it down, and we can replant it somewhere else. And those are black currants. That's pretty neat. Pigs. Pigs have a lot of fat. I'm really just exploring at this point. Because it looks like pomegranates are in the Savanna. Olive tree, I don't even know what kind of biome an olive tree is in. I think it's just a southern tree. I also don't know if there's any way of seeing a olive plant without just stumbling upon it. Like, we can't really tell what's an olive tree and what's a regular tree on the map. It's also nighttime, so I think it's time that we let someone kill us so we can teleport back home quicker. There's a hyena. Do I let the hyena do it, or do I look for a drifter? We are going to take damage. You know what? You did no damage to us because of our armor. All I could do is hope that it hits us into the armor. Alright, let's look for that portal. Oh, there's a drifter. There's a bunch of them. So if we just sit somewhere where they can hit us multiple times. This may seem weird, but we're trying to get teleported home. And now there's a few drifters hitting each other because they were so close to me. It's funny watching them hit each other. Did that just say generation? No, it says damaged here. Never mind. Alright, 2 more hits and we should be done. There we go. It does take away some of our food. Like, it makes us hungry, but we get home a lot quicker. And now we have the issue of where do I put all of our copper? I think I'll just put it in here for now. our seeds. But first, let's put our dirt back up here. Path blocks in there. What's this? That's bony soil. That is the same amount of bony soil that we have in our chest upstairs. I think. This can go in here. Took everything but the sunflower seeds, so that's new to that chest. And these are 2 animals, which I remembered can be placed down and then just picked up. So these are our 2 sheep that are stuck in there as a mod. Or as part of a mod, I mean. Let's go see how much fat we get from these. Because if it's easier to get fat from them, we can find hyenas a lot easier than the other animals. So we could just keep going to the Savanna for quick and easy fat collection. Now this, what I'm doing, is part of a mod. Don't tell me we get 0 fat from these. If we're only getting hides, this isn't worth doing. It's like we don't get fat from hyenas. Oh, we do get fat. It's just a small amount, it looks like. Okay, that gave us a whole 1 piece of fat. That's not good. Also, are these ready? Felt medium. I think they're ready. They are in fact ready. Look at that. We can make our winter clothing. All right, let's do that real quick. That won't take too long. I think we have some extra pelts here than we whoa. That's cool. It's the animal that I killed. That's part of a mod. Usually doesn't do that. Alright, let's make one of these. Now this is the medium hide, so we need to do that. So it's... is that shield or a knife? Yeah, it's shield. Shears or a knife, not shield. Do that, gives us a fur coat. And then we have the knee-high boots, which is this and that. And then we have the gloves, which is next to it. Why do I have an extra belt? Don't usually miscount. Well, I mean, we already made these. I don't really have to count them. Did I save it for the longbow? We can make this. We can use beeswax. We need a dry longbow stave. Created by drying a raw longbow stave, which is just a saw. We're gonna try making this. Just so I have a longbow. But anyway, one thing we can do is get rid of this huntsman's tunic. First, switching out our gloves, putting on boots, and switching for this. So now we should have a combined 6.5 degrees where we won't freeze. So it has to be below, or yeah, it has to be below negative 6.5 for us to start taking cold damage, which isn't a 100% temperature coverage. Why is that in here? Oh, it's because it's these two chests. Okay. Oh, that should be up there. That is another piece of linen, which is back down here. We also have 2 tuning cylinders here. Bring you here. That can go up there. These are going to get combined. And I guess the same thing here. And I came in here to try and put these clothes away, but because I can't really do anything with them, we'll just go like that and put you there. Actually, this pelt should go somewhere. No, we're using the pelt for something. 2 oaks and saw. Raw longbow thing. How long does this take to dry? After 168 hours. That's a whole week. It'll take a week for it to dry, and then we can combine it with our dry sinew to get rid of it, and some beeswax. So now you need 18 dry sinew. I find a vessel that I can do this in. Actually, I can do it right here. It goes like this, I think. Yes. The rest is gonna go right there. I want this right here. Put the rest of that there, because this is actually gonna go in here. It's a drying rate in here. Oh, it takes 1/4 of the time, or 4 times as long. Can I place this? No, I cannot. It has to be in my pocket in order to cure as fast as I can. Okay, but the next thing I need is 18 dry sinew, which is upstairs. What else can this be used for? Because I think I can make a sewing kit. Need a bone needle, which is small bones with a knife. And we need this to fix our gambeson armor and our clothing, which includes the clothing we just made. Apparently the shield. Oh, because that has leather. And then all of these things. Alright, how difficult would it be for me to make this? We would need just another piece, another 4 pieces. We need 1 bone thing, which is a small rib cage. And this. And then we need some flax fibers, which we have at our house. Let's first just run in here and... not those. It's that right there. Our strong tannin is ready, so let's grab all of these. And then that was in preparation for the rest of the hides, right? Put the food up there. Actually, I should probably eat a piece. Alright, how much does each one of these do? Forget. 4 liters each. Oh, it's 12 per. So that's 48 and 44. I need an empty barrel. And I don't have an empty barrel. Okay. Let's do this one first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Okay, that's a start. So this gets 12. This one gets 11. And then we have to deal with this, which I guarantee I'm going to need a barrel for, because it's only 14. I would either need to fill up or buckets. Because I can only take 2 more out of it. That would leave this with 48. 38, 28, 18. We would need a whole nother bucket for just 4 more liters. So we need a total of 4 buckets. There is a Wigglytuff in chat. If anyone wants to check to see if they have this Gen 1 Pokemon. I apparently have it. And welcome in, first-time chatter, Captain Crunch. It's an awesome name. Captain Crutch. Sorry, I was thinking about food. I should have extra buckets somewhere. Like, there's 2 here that aren't used. I should have 2 more somewhere. I don't know where all of my buckets have went. That's 1. I could probably take them from here. You messed up my name, I messed up your haircut. Okay. And these should be done. They are done. Eight liters, 2 liters, okay. So that should be able to fit in this. And then how many more barrels buckets I need? Just 2, I think. And come down in here and I guess just place them all about here. So the first one brings us to 48. Then 38, 28, 18. And then we need to bring this down to 14? Yeah. So we first take out 10. And then we have to shift and right click until we get 14 in there. There we go. That should leave this with only like 4 liters. Yeah. And then that puts the rest in here. Now we have everything going. We're gonna have to make more strong tannin. No, we don't. We have enough. We just have 44 liters of weak tannin. I have to use a whole barrel just for 6 liters, pretty much. Oh, welcome! I didn't realize that was my barber. I never looked at your name when I set you up to follow me. We have 5 more medium hides. I don't think I want to do the setup for turning that into hides. We need flax fiber. We need both of those, and if I remember correctly, it's like this. That makes a sewing kit. Now we have that for when our clothes become damaged just by wearing them. I can probably use it on our gamison now to fix it. Is it worth doing it now or waiting until it's completely destroyed? I don't know. I do have a cat cam, yes. Normally they'd be up here around this time, but for some reason, I guess they're downstairs. Because I don't even see them outside the cat camera. Usually they would be sleeping on this cat tree that's right behind me, if I can get my hand in the camera. The mom usually sleeps in this hole, which you see in the cat camera as well. And then the kitten would normally sleep on the very top shelf, which you can't see in my camera, but you can see in the cat cam. Alright, we're gonna have to do some inventory or not inventory management, regular storage management here. Meteoric Iron. We have... It says 2 pieces smelt into 1 meteoric iron ingot. I'm going to assume this has to be going to bloomery. It says smelting temperature is 1400. And I'm pretty sure the bloomery needs to do that. It is needed to do that. And these iron bits are the same, if not slightly higher. Okay. Go play a real game. Free trial of Marathon going on right now? I've never heard of Marathon. This, we're gonna have to throw this in here. If we go back up here, get rid of the grass. Where did we put our bony slope? In here. Okay, so now I have 30 pieces to go through. Bungie's new extraction shooter. Let's take a look at it. If I can get Steam open. Come on. Marathon. Oh, there it is. I am surprised that it is just called Marathon. Oh yeah, this looks cool. It's a first-person shooter, it seems, multiplayer. Looks like you can pick up items to progress in some type of skill tree, maybe? It does say pre-order. Coming March 5th in 4 days. I could probably do that after Friday. I do get paid again. The trial is open now. Yeah, that I do see. I'll have to look into that and see it later on. Because it looks like... Is that another raid? Welcome in, Raiders and Regus. For those who don't know me, my name is Codeman9000. On this stream, we play on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sunday, where we play a selection of all my video games in an order that shows mankind's progression through technology. We did a chapter on medieval games like Manor Lords and Sun with Survival. We did a chapter on modern city builder games like City Skylines 2. And now we're in chapter 3, which is all about space travel, where our main game is Oxygen Not Included, but right now we're playing Vintage Story as a dream from one of our characters within Oxygen Not Included. So it's like a game within a game. Right now we're doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate the fact that we have been playing chapter 3 specifically for 100 streams. Now, we have been doing our whole story for more than that, because we did 65 streams of chapter 2 and 13 of chapter 1, so we've been going for 130, no, not 130, 178 streams. And Regus has used my own raid message, which is pretty funny. We were just taking a short break to look at a game that one of our chatters has given us, and I think I might actually play it later on. I will just have to wait until Friday when I get paid again, which should be the day after it goes live. Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure I have a haircut when it goes live. So... What game is it? It's called Marathon. It goes live on the 5th in 4 days, which is Thursday. It's like a first-person shooter. It also has loot goblin capabilities, picking up items. I didn't read into it too much, but it looks like you pick up the items to progress in a skill tree maybe, or for using in crafting of some sort. I'll look into it more off-stream, because we're going to get back into this. Let me get rid of my death marker if I can get to it. What we had just got done doing is going into the Savanna to go into this specific rune right here. We picked up a large amount of path blocks for using around our town. And we killed 5 hyenas for fat, which we only ended up getting 1 piece of fat for. So we're probably not going to go into the Savanna for hyenas. I'm pretty sure the hyenas don't have a lot of fat. I thought it would be easier to go in there and grab fat, but it's not, so we're gonna have to go around our normal area. Thank you, Captain Crutch. Captain Crutch is my barber, Regus. So although I'm not gonna say his actual name, thank you for the 2,000 bits. 3,000 bits. Someone's trying to get a hype train going. I think I also called it something. I need to add a noise to it, but I'm pretty sure there's a special name to the hype train on this channel. I just don't remember if I did set it up. It's a remake of an old game, and I know it since I'm old. I mean, you're not that old, Regus. Now you can buy that game? I mean, probably. Thank you. So this is in here to get cured. We're gonna go looking for... Thank you again. Another 1,000 bits. We're gonna go on a hunt for animals near our main area here. Do I put in the path block all the way through the tunnel? I mean, we are close to getting out of winter, so we should be getting to a point where our snow in this area starts to melt. Trying to think if there's anything else. We should probably take care of the animals that are in here. Welcome in, Leofar. Oh, I should probably also say, Raiders and Regus, feel free to lurk or stay and watch. We will be playing Vintage Story for most of today. I'm not going to guarantee that we'll be playing it all 12 hours, but that is the main plan. But for right now, I'm going to chop up the 5 hyenas we collected. Actually, the bits will not go into my new haircut. I have been able to put away money for it. It's not that expensive. You know, bits and he shaves his head? I mean, I don't think I'd do that. Maybe during the summer. Maybe. But not when I have to go see children for work. We could do it on stream. I'd have to find out a way to get a camera set up for it. I know you can stream on your phone. I've never actually done it before. Okay, that looks like all the animals. Switch back into this bag. Add that. Do I have any sinew? I do. Am I pronouncing this name wrong? Is it sinew? I feel like sinew is not the right word. I'm gonna pretend that I am saying the right word. Meat goes in here. Sort that. We probably... Yeah, 8 days. We do 4 days. We need to cook a bunch of our food. Our vegetables are going to last a lot longer than the meat, but the meat is going to expire soon. These are good. Still curing for another 0.8 days. And then the other stuff we started afterwards, so that's not going to be done anytime soon. I don't need to bring the cleaver with me. I also need to make an iron cleaver because this is almost done. How much durability does it have? 16. And I think each time I hit an animal, it goes down 1 durability, and I'm pretty sure each animal takes more than 1 hit. So I don't know. But we're going to go into the forest, which doesn't usually have a lot of animals. And we're going to try and get a bunch of fat. I really need to find a place with pigs or longhorn, which we do have on the map, a longhorn that was over here. This house icon. I keep saying longhorn, it's bighorn. Wait, there is a bighorn over here. There might be a family over there, and they should give us a bunch of fat. There's an Eevee in chat. Eevee is the only Pokemon that evolves into 7 different kinds of Pokemon. It also is one of the only 2 Pokemon, maybe more than 2, that actually says its name in a video game. So Pikachu and Eevee are the only 2 that I know of that say their name in the games. Eevee tries too hard? Eevee does try too hard. In the very first game, Eevee evolved into 3 different Pokemon that all evolved around a stone. So you had Flareon, that's a fire type, Vaporeon, that's a water type, and Jolteon, which is electric type. They all have stones respected to that. Then in Generation 2, they added a day-night cycle system to the game. So you had Eevee evolving into Espeon and Umbreon due to having high friendship during a day or night. Do I need more resin? I think we're going to end up having 1 piece of resin left over. I should probably grab resin while I'm out here. After Generation 2, there was no new Eevee evolution for Generation 3. But in Generation 4, they added 2 more, which evolved around a specific area on the map. And I think it was evolving around 2 different stones. I know one of them was a stone. Leafeon, you had to find a moss-covered stone and level it up around that stone, and it would evolve. And then there was also Glaceon, which I think needed an ice-covered stone. I can't see where my character's pointed at. Yes, I can. There's resin there, and then there's resin on this tree? No? This tree, right here. Can't see it with the leaves in the way. And then there was no new evolution for Eevee in Generation 5, but then when we come to Generation 6, there was a new Generation X and Y, or a new evolution, which involved you getting a high friendship, I think? Or was it high? I think it was high affection, not friendship. It was a whole new game mechanic having affection as part of it. So you needed a Pokemon to love you more than be your friend. There are 2 things of resin up there. I don't think I can grab both of them without making a staircase here. I know I can grab the bottom one in. Am I not able to get that one? Do I need to go up another one? There we go. Is there any visible resin nearby that I have yet to mark? I'm looking at all the trees. I do have a mod installed that allows me to see resin on all 4 faces of the tree. Usually you can only see them on one face of the tree. That's a big oak tree. We'll have to come back and chop that down at some point when we need oak. That's the pine that we just got from over here. Alright, I'm not seeing any new ones, so we'll go further into the woods. Hopefully we'll run into a wolf or 2 and take care of the wolf. The wolf is going to do some high damage to us because we're not wearing our iron armor. We're wearing the Gamutson, which is just pretty much cloth armor. Here's some resin. Oh, a tree that I haven't marked. So, where can I reach? Let's go 2 blocks taller. And that should be enough to grab this easily without even trying to stretch. I don't want these horsetails. They are used for healing items. Don't really need healing items. I'll just take the hit if we get hurt. There's some resin over here. We did pretty much mark out this entire forest pretty well with resin, so I'm not really worried on how much resin we have. What is this blue tree in here? Do I have a fruit tree over here? I have a blue tree on the minimap, but I'm not seeing what it's for. There is a hole in the tree. Oh, it's right here. Let's see what this goes. It looks like rot. Okay. Sunflower seeds. Looks like a walnut seed. What is this? Oh, it's a kapok seed. Cassavas, and now it's empty. Now, what I want to know is, does this get more items later on? So I'm going to type in emptied. We'll check on that the next time we come in here and look around. That's the copper that I already have seen. And I feel like this forest just isn't getting more animals after I killed a lot of things in here. There is a cap system to how many animals spawn in this area. And it should be dependent on how many animals are already in it. It should have nothing to do with how many animals you've killed in the area. So we should still be seeing animals. Because I haven't left dead bodies on the ground. We haven't trapped any animals in like a hole. So it's not like there's animals sitting here. I don't want to go too far away. Did I just get moss? No, I didn't. Okay. Let's take down some of these leaves so I can see a little bit better. And I think we're getting into either the edge of the forest or a portion that has different trees. Here's some resin at least. Throw some seeds around. Try and get this to have more trees. Little hole in the ground right there. I need to know how to hunt a little bit better. Because I don't know if it's the way that I'm trying to hunt or if it's just that animals don't respawn quickly. There's apparently a rooster in the cave down there. Let's head down south and head back to this bighorn. We'll try and kill that. That bighorn has been there since day one. Don't know how far away it is. We have seen bears on this hill a few times. I don't think I could take on a bear and survive with it running faster than us. That's apparently more flax. I'm gonna leave that there. That's the other trader. Should we go through a different forest to get to it? No, but we do want to go this way. That's more flax. I'm getting better at seeing flax compared to the other types of grain. Where do we head to now? Oh, we go up on this hill. Did I mark that fruit tree? I did. It's a yellow apple tree. There's apparently a ruin right there. I doubt that's going to have anything good. We could probably eat a slice of pie. We could not, so I have a little extra pie left over. Now, luckily, with us not wearing our heavy armor, we should be able to run after the longhorn or the bighorn. So when we hit it and it starts running, actually, it's probably going to attack us until we hit it enough. We might not be able to take it out easily. Okay, we should be getting into the forest right here. That is where the bighorn is near. I can get through the leaves. A little bit of fog also doesn't help. If I remember correctly, it's below us. There it is. I see it. Oh, there's a bunch. Alright, let's attempt taking on all these animals. If we can't win, we'll have to come back here with the other armor. Is that a hole in the tree? No, but there is a bighorn right here. And I saw 3 more down there. Now, this guy can occasionally hit us. So trying to find a place that I can put a tower where it won't be able to grab us. Alright. If I just go boop. Shouldn't be able to get me. Might be able to get me. Oh, you can get me. Oh, no, 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 no. No. I tried hitting it and it ran. Come on, get stuck on something. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Okay, now we have to go find our spear. Luckily, it shouldn't be too difficult. We just go back to that tower I made. There's another longhorn. We threw it into this tree. That's a stick. That's not our spear. We didn't pick it up yet. There it is. Alright, let's do this again. There are a lot up here. Hold on a second. That's not the same one that was laying down earlier, was it? Or is it? It could be. I'm also surprised that they're all males out here. Let's go here. They probably can't jump that far. Oh, it hit me. It's gonna hit me again. Yep. Dang it! It can jump up 2 blocks. What is that? It almost hurt me again. I didn't know they can jump up 2 blocks. How am I not still finished this piece of pie? Oh, I ate the wrong pie. Let's switch that. I need an empty space in my inventory. Let's put that pie in here. Because I need a hand to pick that up. There is a Muck in chat. Muck is Gen 1 for anyone trying to collect. Looks like we have seen it at least once before. Alright, so now that we know they can jump up 2 blocks, or somehow hit me from 2 blocks at least, we're gonna have to try and make a 3-block high tower. Which is gonna take a little bit longer for us to set up, but shouldn't be too difficult. And I remember seeing 3 down here. I see 1 near the lake, 1 is right here. We are relatively slow. So I go 1, 2, 3. We put a 2-block here. I should be able to get up on that, and they should not be able to get up on that. Unless I cannot get up on it. I think I'm just afraid of jumping off the side of it. Okay, let's attempt this. Oop. Actually, I was able to keep it away from me. Just enough time for us to hit it, but it does hit me at least once because we have a lot of dead weight here. I could throw the bag on the ground, deal with them, and then come and pick it back up. So I think I am going to do that. I just go like that, and then... throw it like that. And I should be able to take these on without having any problems. So, boop. No. Dang it, I missed! It's gonna go very far before I can catch up to it. Or not. And I still missed. And I got it that time. Okay, luckily I have empty bag spot that I can put it in to carry it all the way back to the back bag. Where is it? Our bag's right here. And I think I will go like this. Just so I can put it in, and then we'll throw it back out again. Alright, let's get the last one. We are not healing very well. And we learned last time that a full hunger bar does heal us faster, but we don't need a full hunger bar to heal. We are starting to get the low health rotating thing, though. My mouse cursor was moving on its own. Alright, let's attempt the idea I had of the 3-block tall tower. If I do that, can I jump from over here? Because I want to take out this longhorn without getting damaged this time. I think it runs faster than me, so it's probably going to catch up before I get to the tower. Hopefully. Oh, yep. Yep. And it looks like they run after you until they hit you, and then they decide to turn around and run away. Alright, how are all of these? The animal's heaviness weighs you down a large amount. It doesn't tell us how good of fat it is. And our walking speed is pretty much cut in half. So it's pretty bad, but it's not like the worst we've had. And we have to go all the way over here. We mostly just have to go north. And due to the amount of soda that I've drinking, I may have to take a quick restroom break. Or we wait another hour. I think we can wait. I'm keeping an eye out for more resin. And it looks like some of the snow is melted, actually. I'm seeing a lot of grass where there's no leaves. Usually the snow only falls where there isn't leaves. And there's no empty spaces around it or near it. Another thing I want to do when we expand our farming area is grab a bunch of different kind of flowers, like all these, and maybe put like a single beehive around the different areas or different flowers. Now I can't really see the icon for the house, but it looks like it's this way. And since we only have one pie left, I'm going to keep eating this just to try and keep our hunger bar full. It does look like the snow is melting. Also, it's 6 p.m. in the game and still not dark out, so we definitely are getting into the warmer months when the sun is out longer. So we should be seeing the fruit trees producing their first fruits. We're obviously going to go into the Savanna in August and see how close we are to collecting them. If I can, I'm going to attempt to change the month length so that we have shorter months for the second year. I don't remember if we spawned in the game in April or if we spawned in on March. I think we spawned in during March. But I don't know for sure. Is there really a translocator right there? Huh, we're gonna have to go into that cave at some point and get that translocator working. This is also the first time I've noticed that there's been deer out here. The only way I think we can get a deer is if we use a bow and arrow. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch it with a spear. Okay, we are back home. We're just going to take a couple more minutes to walk through this area. And hopefully we get a bunch of fat from this. I'm hoping for at least 6 pieces. Because they are relatively big animals. And that glitch is still there. Oh, there's snow on this somehow. Is that what's making the icon here? Oh, it is. For some reason, there is snow being able to place on top of these. Okay, we finally figured out what's going on with the minimap. We can see snow on top of our farm plots. But because it's a farm plot, it's not showing the actual visual snow. So the same thing is happening over here. I mean, this makes sense. Its own piece of ice. Okay, those are dead plants. Percuss did explain to us, or explain to me, that later on we can break these and get the seed back for them. But I'm trying to wait until later on to do that. Alright, let's get these 5 bighorns on the hooks. Cut them up, get some of their hides and their fat. Our leather might be ready. No, they have 0.3 days, and it's going to be even longer for those. Let's throw... Oh, we're going to need another bucket. I should just make a bucket. Doesn't take very much to do it. I think it's just a bunch of planks and some rope. We have rope in here. Make a couple. Okay, so H, bucket. Wooden bucket. Yeah, we can use rope or twine. 2 buckets. Oh, that was supposed to go in the chest, not in my inventory. While we are here... Apparently I'm putting a tree there. While we're here, let's go into our farmhouse and put the seeds away. See if we had any new seeds. We do. Kapuk is a new seed for us. We might also make a path to the trader. Not sure yet, but we might. Let's put an empty bucket here. Actually, that empty bucket should probably be up here. Oh well. But now we have a place for the blood to go. I'm going to keep the hides in her offhand, or in her hotbar, so that the fat is more of a surprise to us. And I'm hoping for more than 1 piece per animal. Or at least some of them to give us more than 1 piece. We did get 1 piece of fat per animal, at least. Oh, I already looked at it. Okay, we did get 6. I was gonna do a prediction, but then I hit the wrong button. We're gonna try and predict how much I had. Are these a different size? They are! I thought they were medium, they're large. And we should have a place with... yeah, right there. Okay, how is this doing? 12% dried. We have 1/3 of the amount of fat that we need. We also have more than enough resin. Let's go check in on our pigs, see if they are any closer to be giving birth. I should probably find something that they would like to eat. Let's, you know what? We type in so. Do you eat vegetables? They do eat vegetables. I just saw turnip. Okay, we can use some of our food to feed the last few remaining sows that have not been fully fed enough to become pregnant. Let's do the parsnips. I don't think the chickens can eat parsnips. I think they have to eat grain. I am starting to get the popping noise in my earbuds, so we're gonna have to spend a couple hours without the earbuds, and instead getting headphone hair. We also don't need this on anymore. Okay, first off, they have not given birth because we don't hear them, hear any piglets, but also they're not trying to attack us. Should I have waited to see if they eat parsnips, though? I may have needed to wait. You know, if I just go like this. Not the boar. The boar is also looking at me, so I thought it was going to attack me. H. Eaten by jackrabbit and panda bear. But it looks like they're eating it. Or are they eating the ground nearby? Can I take stuff out of it? Can I break it and get the food back? Oh, I can. Or at least some of the food. Oh, I got all the food. Okay. Alright, let's go get something they actually will eat. Because I want to try and get all the sows to give birth. Rather than just some of them. if we look at carrots, what eats carrots? Okay, I just saw boars. There they are. So they can't eat the carrots. What about onions? They eat onions, and we already know they eat turnips because I saw turnips. So let's do whatever is the closest to spoiling. I see 3.5. Looks like it's 3.5, so it's this carrot, or... yeah, it's just those carrots. We'll put the parsnips in there. We'll sort that. We should probably take a piece, or a whole pie, not a piece. Get that cut up for us to eat. Should I take more than one pie with us at a time? I don't think they can stack more than 4. The slices. We do need to go back and get a bunch of redwood trees. Okay, so the boars themselves take half a stack of food. They are in fact eating now, because I can hear them doing it. Is it the ones that did not get a full fill? No, the boar got a full fill. You did not, you did not, you did. You did. So the ones I'm worried about the most are the ones that did not get a full fill. That does say 10. Are they both they are both ready to mate. I just don't know what the cutoff for food is for them. You have 10. Immediately, both sows are pregnant, so it's 11 pieces of food. Or it's a few seconds after they eat 10 portions. I think it's 11 portions, because that sow came back over in 8, I know. So if we keep an eye on this sow, I want to know when it becomes pregnant. Because that is not the boar. The boar is the one walking right there. I know they do have to be in a proximity to the boar to become pregnant, but I don't think this is far away from the boar. Oh, so is pregnant. Okay, it is a proximity thing, or a time thing. They're all now pregnant. I don't know how long it takes for them to give birth, but we're gonna now ignore them. And I want to make sure that chickens can't eat these. Yeah, they can't. Chickens can only eat grain. Let's get in here, because I want to see the chicks that are not in here. So you are generation 2. I should see some 3s. What is a pillet? Or pullet? What is a pullet? What? Oh, it's a young hen. They're not fully grown. Okay. I had to Google it, because I've never seen that word before. So these aren't fully grown. I won't be able to tell. Oh, we do have a rooster. So where is our fully grown rooster? Is that the cock, or is that the fully grown one? That's the fully grown one. I can get just him. What? Trying to kill the rooster. I know I can one-shot the chickens with an axe. I think it may be all the snow that's in this area. That's messing with it. There we go. Go in the bag. That's the whole reason of me putting it on. Alright, I am going to get rid of all the snow in this area. Maybe even the grass. We have to kill off the roost, or... I didn't mean to hit that hen. Hopefully that's one of the ones we're trying to kill. I had to kill off one of the roosters because when there is two roosters, they will attack each other until there's only one rooster. They are territorial. As far as I know, they're the only male animal in this game that do that. So you're the cockerel, you are the bullet. Gen 2 hen there. A Gen 3 hen. Or that was a pullet. It is. You're a Gen 2 hen. You in the bag. You are... That's one of the pullets. I need just a hen in a corner. Okay. In my pocket, I have one rooster and two hens. And from what I know, there is one rooster and two hens. There's the other hen. I couldn't see it through all the grass. Let's get rid of all the grass. It's probably going to respawn later on. Can I chase you into the house? I'm going to try to get it in. Don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to try to. Okay, doesn't look like I can. But anyway, one rooster, two hens, and at this point, it said that every animal can be killed with a one-shot with the cleaver. I don't think it really matters with the chickens because they do get killed with one hit. How are the bees doing? Still too cold. We are hovering around -6, -7 in the coldest time of the night now. The coldest and warmest times of day is around the 4 o'clocks. Let's put the rest of these carrots away. They're going to go in here. Alright, we have some things ready. Strong tannin is ready. Oh, this is all of the hides that were pre-made. Don't know how we ended up with 4 liters of weak tannin. I could have put... Oh, wait. That means I had the wrong amount of tannin in there. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, so if you had the right amount, it would have been like this. That also does not have the right amount. So the barrels here are empty. And they're visually empty as well. This is 50 liters now. I'm going to place that in there. We're going to put this bucket up here. And I have extra strong tannin for these 3. Alright, let's start planning this out. I have... two barrels worth that are full. You in there. You in there. That should be 3 for the large hide. Or huge hide. This is the large, and we need 12 liters. So we're going to move around the liters this way. 1, 2. Just to make sure. It is 6 liters. We have 12. But then we'll turn into 6 leather. Then we have 32 medium hides. It's 4 liter per. I feel like we lost hide somehow. So anyway, take this out. 1, 2, put that back in. 1, 2, put that back in. That should be enough for this one. And this one. I didn't seal it. Oh, I didn't put the right amount back in. This was the one that was already not full. And now we have all of these. That are full of strong tannin. And I'm going to move them around so that we have them over here and ready for the next set. Rather than having them where the lime water goes. They are mixed with the weak tannin. There is also a Sea King in chat. That is generation 1. It looks like I have it. Okay, so we do still have a bucket of weak tannin. 50 liters there. 8 times 4 is 32. That will go there, right? Strong tannin. All those are full. That's not... And as far as I know, I did the right math for these 3. Didn't mean to pick that up. So if I put 8 hides... That's a lot of leather coming in through here. I think it said it was 25 for those. We can't reopen them and look until they're done, so I don't actually... I should have did the math on how much stuff we're getting. I'm gonna do this so that I'm not mistakenly putting stuff in weak tannin again. And you know what? I might as well bring it all the way over. Okay, that's all 5. This still has 2 days before it gets caught up to these guys. And weak tannin there. You're gonna go in a bucket right in front of it. Alright, let's put the chickens up here. We'll get some feathers for arrows. And also our pigs are ready. Alright, all of them in there. Let's get this. Start chopping them up until we can't. Alright, at this point, I'm going to look at the durability. We have 12. It looked like that animal took 5 hits. I want to know if this goes down to 7. Or 5. Oh, it's the 5th hit breaks it. But it only takes 4. So we are going to end up breaking the cleaver on the last animal. No, we're going to break it on this animal. Okay. Not too bad. We did get pretty far with it. Add all of our extra stuff up there. How is the blood doing? We look a little bit full in blood. Oh, didn't mean to open the barrel. Why do we have a barrel in here? Oh, it's honey! Alright, head out here. The snow is getting lower. I don't know if you guys can tell that it's only a little bit higher than the other path tiles. Feathers go in there, and I need to put the blanket on because it's starting to get cold. Alright. We do need to go out hunting yet again. We had a better time hunting the farm animals than we did trying to hunt wild animals. So I don't know, maybe we head down this way again? That's a bunch of goats. Goats run pretty fast. I don't know if they'll be worth trying to get. There are more longhorns out here. Let's go out that way and try to hunt them. I think I will grab the other 2 bags just in case we can get enough animals for them. And then we'll find a way to come home quickly. Once the knights... Is this our locust cave? No, it's just another cave. Once the nights stay above 0 degrees at 4 in the morning, I think we'll try to replant the crops again, because then we know that they aren't going to die during the night. We could also make a greenhouse and start farming now. Would raccoons give us enough fat? I don't think raccoons would give us any fat. They seem too small. Well, hello. Random tin ore. We have 448 different icons on our map. And I'm starting to think that we don't actually need our craters marked. Empty cave, okay. And that pond looks like it is melting a little bit. Do we try to get these deer? It wouldn't be too difficult. Depending on how far I see them run. I do want to try and stay somewhat in line or at least above them. So that the angle of the spear can arch towards them. As you saw, we were in line with them on this part and I missed. How did that miss them? It looked like it went right through them. And I see a bear. Where did it go? I think we lost the spear. Oh, it's right there. I see it. I think it's the one in the middle is the one that we have already hurt. It was the one in the middle. I'm gonna attempt to get them to stay around each other. Because I don't want to go around the whole area trying to hunt them down. Are you stuck right there? They do seem stuck. Alright, that's 2 of them dead. And there's the bear. Alright, where did the other 2... I think one is laying down right in front of us. They were, in fact, in front of us. Let's pick up the 2 that are here. The other one is on the ice, it looks like. Nope, that's leaves. Alright, let's go uphill and see if we can see them. Okay, I see one. I also saw the bear again, and I'm kind of worried that we're getting close to the bear. I see another one laying in the snow. So, you know what? If I go up even further, I might be able to chase it away from the bear. There we go, that's better. I don't know where the bear is, but I feel better with where we are. Alright, that's unfortunate. Because now I have to come down here and grab this. So the other one is still over here. That's the one I'm going for. I don't think I can get it that close, or that far away. Sneaking doesn't mean that they run away, but we can at least get closer. And apparently I'm stuck in the snow, or in the leaves. I think that is the bear. Or the bear is right there. Anyway, I'm almost close enough for me to be confident in getting it. Think right there? No. That's not good. That's the bear for sure. And that's the deer on the other side of this bush. How close can I get to it before it gets up? So I can see it's right there. That goes down one more. There's something in front of us. Up the hill a little bit more. Do I really get stuck on plants when sneaking? What am I stuck on? I lost where it is. I'm getting really annoyed with these plants. I can't move forward. There we go. Come on. I tried. I'm gonna give up on that one. We might be able to find it on the way home, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it right now. And where did the other one near the lake go? I think I ran away from it so it would stay nearby. I'm just looking for anything running. Not seeing it anywhere. I see something up on the hill. There it is. I don't want to know what that is. I'm gonna guess a wolf. And I don't know where the deer went, so I'm trying to go around this way to hopefully get it to go into the water. Alright, it is in the water. Now it looks like it just fell asleep in the water. Let's try right there. Nope. Okay, we might give up on trying to hunt these because they run away. Let's go for whatever's up here on the hill. Which hopefully is not a bear. I'm hoping for a wolf. That's gotta be a wolf, right? Yes, it is. Why are you running? What's going on here? Why can't I hit it? I did like 3 good swings and nothing happened. Now, usually wolves come in packs on the game. Although I'm not seeing any others. If I can corral the bear into the lake, I will try for the bear. But I don't know if it's going to be possible getting the bear over there without dying. I could kill the bear if I use a bunch of spears and just throw the spears at it. Alright, let's attempt to get the deer on the way back. There were 2 of them, so that would fill in our backpack. I'm gonna try going up on this hill, and hopefully if we look down the hill, we can see where they are. On the other hand, it is pretty much nighttime now. So I don't know if we'll be able to find them. There's too many leaves around for me to see them ahead of time. So I'm trying to jump to see if I can find them. Not seeing them yet. They could have ran off this way, further to the house. Try and get rid of some of these leaves. Maybe we'll find it. Or maybe if I just run this way, it'll get up and run back towards the lake. No, we would have seen it run by now. Alright, we're gonna head back home. If we find something that we can take out that would give us a decent amount of fat, I'll go after it. Those chickens won't give us fat at all. Does look like we're getting a lot of patches in the snow, so we should be getting more visibility on the ground. Just doesn't help that there's a lot of leaves over here. We were going to a longhorn family, but I don't think I can fit a family of longhorn with the amount of animals that we have on us. I also think that if we're going for a large amount of animals, we might want to bring our iron armor with us. We have to go that way. There it is. Because if we try to take on a bear, the gambeson will help us survive long enough for us to put on the iron armor. But I don't think we can survive a bear with the gambeson only. And with the automated messages coming up, that should mean that we are at hour 4. Which means that it is time for us to take a little bit of a break, for me to get up and use the restroom and eat something. That was kind of perfect timing with us getting back to our town. Let's go into our food processing area. Put the animals up on the hooks. We also need, we'll put the animals on the hooks so that they can dry out. And then we'll go get a cleaver made out of iron. And I can't fit all of them in here, so we'll just have to pick up the chicken. Put the next thing down. We'll pick up all of them, actually. And I'll pick them up, too. So this looks like it could have been a baby, and then this one was not. So I don't think we're going to get any fat from the second animal. We should get about 3 pieces of fat. Okay, maybe we get 4. So I don't think this is going to give us any. Yeah, we got 4. That's not bad. We did get water deer fangs and antlers. So we need to start putting antlers in here now too. Alright, we're gonna go back to the home. We should have 11 pieces of fat now, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, our snow's definitely melting now. Pretty soon that'll be caught up to the rest of us. We need 1 iron bloom. We need 1 piece of brown coal. Light this. And we are going to take our break while I go eat something and use the restroom. And when we come back, we'll be doing our second portion of our 12-hour stream. And what should I take a picture of for our screenshot for this portion? Let's do that before I go. We didn't really do much in here. What did we do? Oh, look at that. The map's starting to thaw out, too. What did we do besides run around? We went into the Savanna. Apparently there's a fruit tree here. No, it's just a bald cypress. Let's change the icon of that. I think we take a picture of our path blocks, because that's the thing that we've done the most of. So, in the screenshot, we should be able to see that I have 303 stone paths. Okay, that's ready. Go back into the house. And I will take a quick break. I'm going to save the world and exit. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 AM EST to 12:30 PM EST, and on Sundays from 10 AM EST to 2 PM EST.